Oh, so Libre has the network. They have the validators. They have a pretty good team. Currently, we are working on various demos with them. Now, it isn't obviously a final decision that only Libre will be used as the bridge. But at the same time, we are currently in the design and the experimental mode. So we'd like to experiment and we would like to demo technology, and Libre came in very strong with a very interesting and strong solution that we appreciate, and that's why we got excited about that. It isn't like anything like we're saying Libre is the only team that will produce the bridge. It is that we're working with them to study the best possible ways to get it done. You know what I mean? So, but if we looked at their ideology and it's very closely aligns with ours, they're basically first principles chain. So they had the fair mint of their token. There's really not that much team allocation. Libre token belongs to their community. Basically, it's locked in the liquidity pool. So we liked what they're doing, and we're just currently exploring what can we do together. It isn't necessarily set in stone that we're going to be, renaming X1 to Libre chain. That is not what we're saying, obviously. So.
Good. No, it would be because the core is Zen, the Zenian community, the Zen community. So having someone else doing the bridge, other validators, they have probably different objectives. Principles. We don't know if they will attain to first principles like we do. So, or we deploy more of our validators on their chain, or
Yeah, you're absolutely right. At this point, our strategy is not the ideological acceptance, but more of the technology exploration. So we're exploring technology with them.
We have Ben here now, and we were hoping to get a stream with Ben and Jack at least before St. Independence Day, so he can talk a little bit more about their technology and why we're very excited to work with them. But Ben, good to have you here.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey guys, hey Zenians. So excited about Zendependence Day, and we're very excited about VMPX and eVMPX, and having the opportunity to be the first bridge, between these VMPXs. And so, I think, yeah, I was very surprised and excited to see some of the initial Zen videos that came out around the same time that we were dreaming up Libre, because I was like, wow, so much of what they're thinking about with this Fair Crypto Foundation is very close to what we were thinking about when we were launching Libre, the chain. And so, there's some things that I love that the way that Zen did it, and there's some things I love that Libre has, and I think that the projects do complement each other really nicely right now. And it's all an experiment, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that Libre's focus has really been on front end tooling and building out a lot of really good user interfaces, including a mobile wallet that's Bitcoin Libre that Zenzu and Jack have been doing some demos of on their streams, and people love it. People just can't believe that it's that easy to use Bitcoin, and so we'll have support in there for VMPX, BRC20, and Ethereum, and we're excited to see how the community uses it to earn liquidity rewards, for example. And the stuff is being figured out. It's not going to be decided by us. There will be ways that the holders of the tokens can vote on the liquidity fees that they want to charge on the swap from eVMPX to BVMPX. But we're just working on building the tooling so that people can do whatever they want with Libre. Really is the main thing. So But yeah, we're
Awesome, and it fits perfectly because we don't have X1 live yet. It's going to take some time. So what you guys have in the works is super impressive. So we're very excited to work together with you
yeah,
guys.
and we're excited about X1 too, and anything we can do to support Zen and the community. You know, we already love just what we're hearing and what we're learning about more, and just very excited about where VMBX is going, and we're about to launch a DEX for BRC20s, so you'll be able to trade VMPX and any BRC20s very soon on Libre and move them in and out of self custody very easily. That's our goal, is that nothing is dependent on any one person or any small team, but that anyone can very easily trade assets on a Libre marketplace and then move them back into their self custody wallets. Because I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but what we're seeing in the news today, this prime trust, it's absolutely abhorrent. These Bitcoiners who have been criticizing everyone else in the industry for years, now it turns out that the custodians they were using for their Bitcoin, well, guess what? They lost their keys. So because they lost their keys now, we don't even know if Swan Bitcoin or Strike or Binance even has all the Bitcoin that they claim they have. And that's just why self-custody is so important. Transparency is so important. And, being able to verify in a simple way that anyone can do that the assets are actually there without regulators, without audits, without having to worry about liabilities the company has and all this kind of stuff. Like, just blockchain solves that, and everything that we're building at Libre is going to have that level of transparency, and trustlessness and permissionlessness. So that's what we're committed to.
So Ben, real quick. So I'm a code monkey,
Yeah.
obviously, just like yourself, and obviously I'm very impressed by Libre speed. Can you speak a little bit about what separates the Libre's performance, and how are you able to achieve uh, something like so much faster than Ethereum, for example? What is behind Libre, and like
Yeah.
what is the architecture, how it looks? Uh, do you have a lot of
Yeah.
validators? Who are those people? Are they in just one country or in their mom's garage, or
Yeah.
like what do you tell us more about that?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. There's currently 31 validators on Libre, and so they're all over the world. They're from India, Australia, mostly in the U.S., but also in Europe, in South Korea. You can look at them all online at libre.antelope.tools. Libre is built on Antelope software, which is actually a fork of EOS. And it just turns out that EOS had really good core tech, and Antelope took that and built upon it. And when we looked at different technologies that we could potentially use for Libre, Antelope really shined as something that could meet our requirements for really thinking about the user first, and that the user would need to have very simple interfaces, simple usernames, and also be able to have security with really good permissions, with really good decentralization, so there's nothing dependent on any centralized party. And so the validators that we have now on Libre, we've been just really lucky to attract really great technical teams of developers and sysadmins who run enterprise level software infrastructure, mostly in data centers. I mean, someone might be running in their mom's garage, but if they are, they're running a really great computers network with really great uptime. I know that the Sweden team actually does have data center style stuff, but running in sheds in different homes in Sweden with um, multiple internet services coming in there and power backups and everything. These guys are just crazy that they built this thing with deer standing guard of their servers and stuff. So it's across the world. There's different teams running these validator nodes, and there was a period when Libre first launched where a lot of the keys and stuff belonged to a small group of our developers, but now we've handed everything over to multi-sigs. So our goal with everything we built is to make it so that it's multi-signature, so that it's permissionless, so that it's decentralized, so it's not dependent on Benobi or anyone, any single person. Because the success of a project really be able to be successful in my eyes, it has to be able to exist without any core team. And I think that's something that I've heard Jack talking about Zen constantly. People are like, oh, but you left Zen, but obviously he hasn't left Zen, and also if Satoshi was still involved in Bitcoin today, it would not be a success. I can tell you that right now. So projects really need to be decentralized. They cannot be dependent on the activities of a small group or one person, right?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, Ben. Yeah, we look very much here forward to a stream where we can go into a little bit more details, and we also want to hear more about your story because you have extensive experience ranging back to the EOS
Yeah,
time
I look
and
forward
been in
to it.
Bitcoin for a long time,
Definitely.
where we feel you really complement us with that knowledge and experience.